black and silver dreams. Hope ran dry quicker than it seemed. Same old talk, same excuses. Another year of Raider blues. Vegas lights don't hide the scars. Fourth down prayers, broken hearts. We rode hard, we paid the price. Buried hope by week 9. Put it in the dirt, let the whistle blow. Another Raider year laid 6 feet low. We drank the Kool-Aid, paid our dues. Rock bottom blues and black and shoes. Yeah, we scream, yeah, we stay, yeah, we lose. Raider Nation never quits on you. Watch from banners high while Sundays teach us how to sigh. Laugh through pain, curse the screen. Love this team like a bad routine. Put it in the dirt, let the whistle blow. Another Raider year laid 6 feet low. We drank the cool.
All right, Raider Nation. We made it to another Tuesday, and we're back at it again. Now listen, March football ain't about touchdowns. It's about decisions. It's about the front offices grinding tape all the way till 2 a.m. in the morning. It's about cap space gymnastics. It's about who's staying loyal and who's packing their bags. This is the calm before the storm. Free agency whispers are getting louder. GMs and agents are working phones like it's draft night. Every rumor you see on social media, take it with a grain of salt. But pay attention. Sometimes that smoke, there's fire. Because in the NFL, you never know whose contract's getting burnt up. And Raider Nation, this is the season where identity gets built. Are we building through the trenches? Are we hunting a franchise quarterback? Are we doubling down on the defense? This front office has to decide what kind of football team we're going to be. But before the oops. I had
somebody didn't do their homework overnight, did they?
I made too many changes.
Mm-hmm.
This front office has to decide what kind of football team we're going to be before the first free agent signing. A tough, physical, and disciplined team, flashy team, inconsistent, full of free agents, super young bucks through the draft. What are we going to be? You can't fake culture. You build it, starting with the front office and GM, then the coaches from the head coach all the way to the assistant coaches, and then finally with the players. Once you have all that, then us fans, we can start to buy in and see the vision. And I'll tell you this right now, championships aren't won in March, but they're absolutely shaped in March. So as we head deeper into this offseason, just don't react. Analyze, watch the contracts, watch the restructures, watch who they let walk. That tells you more than any press conference ever will. Because when week 1 comes around, we'll look back at right now at these quiet Tuesdays in the offseason, and we'll know exactly when the tone was set. I am Donuts Duncan. Today is March 3rd, and it's time to show me your shield. Little trip up there.
It happens.
Now, today we don't got a guest. It's just Jason and I's ugly mug today.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay because we're still here to have fun, represent Raider Nation, and have some fun with the fans. Jack always coming on early. What's up, Raider Nation? Carolina Perez, what is up?
Thank you for joining
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Well, Jason, we had the rookie combine. Got to see all the players perform. And few rumors popping out here and there. But again, rumors are rumors. Nothing actually matters until those contracts are signed or deals are made. We've seen some teams make some handshake agreements because they technically can't happen yet. For instance, the Texans and Browns had a trade, didn't they? Texans sent their starting right tackle over to the Browns for another player and some draft picks, right?
Yeah, I don't recall exactly what the parameters of that was.
No. I mean, as far as the Raiders go, really, it's for Fernando Mendoza and Max Crosby. That's it. Everybody wants to sing Fernando's praises or treat him like he's the worst quarterback to ever play football. Like it's going to change our mind picking him number one. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
I don't understand it. I mean, I in a roundabout way, I get it. In a roundabout way, I get it. You got to be critiquing. So I did some research this morning, and I went back to the Patrick Mahomes evaluations. And the consensus was he would be an early second round pick because of his flaws.
So now we're comparing.
You know what they overlooked? What they actually overlooked when they were evaluating him was his competitive prowess. That's what they overlooked. Everybody was like, well, he doesn't throw a clean ball. He's got a rocket arm, but it doesn't, and you can see it if you watch some of the plays that they show from Texas Tech. A lot of balls that, they're because with the white stripes, you could really tell the ball's fluttering,
Yeah.
But and then I got to thinking of it, and I was like, okay. Now let's go to Joe Burrow. Let's do Joe Burrow. Oh, another thing was he going to be able to adapt to an NFL style offense because he predominantly ran an RPO offense?
Can I stop you real quick?
Go ahead.
Wouldn't you think that's more on the coaches to be able to get him to perform in a NFL style offense?
Well, yeah. I mean,
how much does it really have to do with the player? Like, if the player doesn't have the mental for it, then okay, sure, there could be challenges there. If he's not willing to stay up late and watch that tape and really try to improve himself, like, yeah, okay, that's the player. But as far as actually doing the work to get to be able to play an NFL style offense, wouldn't you say that's more on the coach?
And the player.
Yeah, but
the
player side, it's more of the willingness. The coach is the one that's really going to push into the player, like how they're going to perform, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, if the player's not willing to learn or change or fix what they need to fix, then yeah, that's on the player. But again, the point I'm trying to make is like actually learning the offense and how well they can do it. It is on the coach if the player is willing to do it. So I don't see how a guy with somebody's character like Mendoza is not going to be able to perform in an NFL-styled offense.
Well, I look at it this way. If Mendoza does not develop and does not succeed, it's on Kubiak. You're absolutely right. 100%. It's all on Kubiak.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it from the totality of everything, he has all the tools to adapt to a pro. They ran a pro style offense at Indiana. All this other stuff he ran. Okay, so he ran RPO. He didn't run RPO on 3rd and 7. He didn't run RPO on the goal in the red zone, 10 yards and in. Okay, that was a pro style offense. okay, with some West Coast elements built into it. You know, I mean, like I said, you go back to the Wisconsin game, one of his touchdowns, Spider 2 white banana. Come on. It was, I mean, exactly how Steve Mariucci draws it up on the board.
Exactly. Other than which way the quarterback turned.
He just didn't reverse pivot. That's the only difference. He didn't reverse pivot. And I think the reason why he didn't reverse pivot is because he knew that there was going to be a blitz shooting the A gap. And so instead of reverse pivoting and turning his back to the blitz, he faced the blitz, sidestep, let the running back clear, and then stepped around it and made a good pass. I know I watched a guy today that was totally down on. What was funny about this guy was critiquing him, and as he's critiquing him, he's showing the play, and I'm like, dude, you're saying what are you talking about? He can't make the middle of the field throws, and the next play is a dart right between the hash marks to a crosser, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know, it's like
honestly,
it
constantly seems like the people that want to do nothing but bash Mendoza don't actually watch the tape. And then when they do, like, they're not doing it before they're actually shooting their video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not doing their homework on the kid before they're saying stuff. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
No.
But bottom line is we're drafting him number 1 overall. He's going to be our franchise quarterback. The only thing to question with Mendoza is he going to be the day one starter, or are we going to have somebody else start? Is it going to be AOC? Is it going to be somebody else that they bring in, possibly like a Kirk Cousins? I know there have been other names that just don't seem interesting at all. And then I know a lot of people also say Derek Carr. No, thank you. I'm okay if the coaching staff wants to bring him on as a quarterback coach. Like, that's completely different chapter, but I don't really want Carr in the backfield for us. I think it could end up being too big of a distraction, possibly. Not that Carr has ill intentions or anything, but with how Raider Nation is and blow everything out of proportion, like, it could get annoying fast, just like all the Max Crosby news. Here you got everybody and their mothers saying this, and this for Max Crosby. Yet who says no? And then you got all of Raider Nation just overreacting. Hell no, we would never do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, way to just give them views and different text messages and all that, all the responses. Like, that just feeds into them. Like, you're helping them out. Don't feed their flames.
So one thing I learned when I met Derek Carr and I talked to him, one of the things I talked to him about was a lot of the rumors and conjecture. You know what he told me? He goes, you know who does that, right? And I go, no. He goes, it's us. We're the ones that do that.
Well, it's the agents.
Well, exactly. That he's not going to say his agent exactly, but he goes, I talked to somebody, and then it gets relayed to another person that creates that smoke screen, I guess you can say.
Well, it's the telephone game too. Like, who's to say, like, that's actually what was said? It could have been 3 people down the line, and then you got a completely different story, and the only thing that stays the same is the player's name.
Yep.
Like, it's all these people, they're just trying to get their views. They're trying to get their X account to have more followers, more people commenting on their YouTube videos, more people tuning into their TV shows. Like, they're all just trying to get clicks and get paid more.
Yeah.
And everybody and their mother on any of the TV shows, they're all trying to predict what exactly is going to happen with every single possible player, like Max Crosby, or is Fernando really the number 1 pick? Is he really worthy? Like, they're all trying to come up with, like, the hot, I don't know, thing to say, so that way they get more followers in the future. Like, it's just a smoke screen.
A lot of people, what they need to understand, though, and this goes for everybody, is that when you have usually a good general manager will stick and pick, won't go up more than 5, won't go back more than 5 on a trade up or a trade back. Okay. And the reason is in the first and second rounds, this is common in the first and second rounds, because if you move up too far forward or too far back, you go too far forward, you're going to give up too much draft capital. If you move too far back, there's a good chance, a good risk that you're going to pass on that quality player that can make an immediate impact on your team. Correct? Okay.
Yep.
So as we're going along here, the thing with the quarterback position kind of gets bonus points when it comes to the draft, when setting the order of the draft. Okay. Is Fernando Mendoza the best player in the top 5 of this draft? I would probably venture to say no. I would say Sonny Styles is a better athlete, probably going to program a little bit better. Reese is going to program, and even Caleb Downs. I put Caleb Downs, Jordan Love. These guys are probably going to be closer to your Rookie of the Year candidates than what Fernando's going to be, right? But what puts Fernando in a position?
With that.
Huh?
I disagree a little bit. Just because it's a quarterback competition. If there's a quarterback that's in the running, the quarterback's going to win it.
And for Rookie of the Year, it depends on how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, if he only plays second half of the season and he looks good, like they'll give.
I don't think you heard what I said though. Those players are more suited right now to become Rookie of the Year than what Fernando is. I'm not saying the position. I'm saying you're going to have defensive Rookie of the Year and offensive Rookie of the Year anyways. So you have two different categories.
Yeah,
but those guys right now, as soon as they play their first game, they're already in contention for that award.
They're
whereas Fernando is not going to be day one a Rookie of the Year candidate. It's just not. He's just not going to be. There's too much. He's got too steep of a curve to go to get to that position. Now, as time goes on, he builds and builds and builds. He can just like he did with the Heisman. He went into this season as the 5th best quarter. They had him rated as the 5th best quarterback this year going into the college football season. He won the Heisman, and he won it pretty much hands down over everybody else. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't until right about it wasn't so much the Illinois game or the Wisconsin game. Those were really good games, but the Penn State game of how he overcame so much, because that was for 3 quarters. That was a bad. He was not doing good.
Well, the whole offense wasn't.
Their whole offense wasn't doing good. That Penn State's defense, it was a good defense. Even though that whole team, Penn State, hit a rut and they were bad this year, they fired the coach, yada, yada, yada. There was still a lot of good quality players on that team from last year and Penn State's defense last year was probably the top 3, one of the top 3 last year, or 2020, let me say 2024, the year before. So when he played them at Penn State at Happy Valley, and that when they have their whiteout games, it could be crazy in that stadium. 100,000 people. But he showed the grit, the moxie, that when they got the ball back with 2 minutes to go, no timeouts, and they had to go 80 yards and score a touchdown to win the game, he didn't blink. He didn't blink. And there was none of this. Well, Decker had to make a great catch. Yeah, okay. Well, it was a good throw, too. You know what I mean? It's like I always I will use this to the day I die, that if you think that wasn't a good throw, then when Joe Montana threw that catch pass to Dwight Clark in the end zone, that was luck. That was all Dwight Clark. Joe Montana had nothing to do with that throw.
Takes 2 players to make the play.
Yep. And if you go back, there's an interview, you guys can find it on the internet, that one of the first conversations that Mendoza had when he showed up at Indiana was with Elijah Surratt. Elijah Surratt told him, I want you to study the back shoulder fade. That I like that pass. All he does is throw back shoulder fades. Well, geez, maybe because his receiver wants that ball?
His receiver's going to win on that route. And they did it all the way to the national championship.
And if we're going to critique Fernando Mendoza because all he does is the back shoulder fades, then why don't we go back in through the stat record and critique every one of Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams throws because they mastered that throw. That was Devontae's go-to. Even when he came to the Raiders, how many times did he? I mean, he would just throw it 3 yards out of bounds. I'll catch it.
Or why don't we go back and look at the Indiana Ohio State game where they tore up Ohio State with that pass?
With 4 guys going in the first round on that defense.
We're not going to knock those guys. Like, okay. I mean, it's just one-sided on it. Shout out to Frank Weber.
Welcome in, Frank. What's up, brother?
Commented a while ago, but sorry for getting to you now, but welcome.
Yeah.
No, I mean, back to your original point, though, I think an easier way of saying it is there are other better pure football players in the draft than Mendoza. And like you said, him playing the quarterback position is the caveat that will give him that bump up. Mm-hmm. But he himself is definitely deserving of that top 10 pick. And
we're in a position that we need a franchise quarterback. We've needed one forever. Okay. I love Derek. I'm a pro Derek Carr fan. He did a good job, but he didn't do a great job. Right.
Yeah.
And not all his fault. They didn't build a team around him. And they became complacent with his performance and not addressing some of those needs. They finally, his second year, they finally addressed the wide receiver core, got him Crabtree and Cooper.
Yeah.
Right. And that really helped. Throw in Seth Roberts as well as their slot guy. And it really made that passing game a really dangerous passing game. But that passing game wasn't no good unless Jalen Richard and Latavius Murray got them to 100 yards. You go back and look at all the losses that they had in 2016 is because they couldn't run the damn ball. Yeah. That's why they lost.
Well, defense couldn't stop anybody either.
That's how you take pressure off your defense, though, is running the ball.
Yeah, they were still bad, though. There were games where we dominated the time of possession, and our defense still wasn't stopping anybody.
It's not, but it's about so a 5-yard run gets you almost 1 minute and 10 seconds of time consumption.
No, I get what you're saying, but our defense was very severely lacking in players. Like, even when we had Khalil Mack, all we had really was Khalil Mack. Like,
that year in 2016, the only way we can finish the game is if we had the ball last.
Yeah. Well,
if we need depended on our defense to stop them from scoring a touchdown to win the game, it was not good.
Yeah.
But it was like that all game. I mean, we had some. Our hope was the other team didn't execute in a 3-down situation and give us a punt to get the ball back.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe our defense finished number 16 overall, but they were like number 1 in turnovers, and that's how we were successful, is because we finally had a defense that did something. They were finding the ball. But yeah, anyways, so far what you're hearing from the front office and our head coach, are you liking it?
Yeah. But words are just that. I can listen to a song, and if it's only lyrics, it's not a very good song. I need some music to it too.
Yeah, true. I mean, proof is in the pudding. Actions are louder than words, all that old school sayings. But I will say that I've been hearing that they actually like our offensive linemen. So does that sound concerning to you, that they're okay with it? And they specifically said that we have good tackles. So that's sounding like Miller and Glaze are going to be the starters. Granted, we still got a lot of offseason to go through, so things can change. But from the sounds of it, tape-wise, that's what they like. Are you concerned about the tackle position?
Only if they were able to dissect how they were coached last year. If they did a full dig into last year and how they were coached, and two, how they performed, and if the two go hand in hand, and they say, okay, we can fix that. I know in 2024, a lot of DJ Glazes, we were able to, when we run our 12 and 13 personnel, he always had a heavy side to him.
Yeah.
So
He always got chip help.
he always got the heavy side. So, which most of the time you run heavy to the right side, especially if you're going, if it's going to be field side, because you're playing a lot off the left hash, go heavy on the right side,
Yeah.
And most of the teams that we played, their stud pass rusher was on DJ's side. So even if we had a Pro Bowl tackle there, you still want to kind of address that in a roundabout way, because it don't take long for a super stud edge rusher to heat up and start tearing your backfield apart.
Yeah.
So I mean, even the best of the best tackles, other than Penei Sewell, the best of the best still need a little bit of help every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The other big thing that Kubiak himself said is what he wants our offensive line to look like. He specifically gave the Bears game from this last year and JPJ during that game. He wants our offensive line to look like JPJ did that game. Because that was our best running performance. JPJ was aggressive. He was playing through that echo of the whistle, and he was moving, and he was moving people. So, that was the prime example from the tape that he's seen so far at the time of the interview, that's what he wants our offensive line identity to look like. And then it was asked if JPJ is going to go back to center or if he's going to play guard. And Kubiak said, look, JPJ can play multiple positions and he can do them both very well. And that's where I'll leave it. So they don't know where JPJ is going to play yet. They got to figure that out. And I think they're using that to their advantage by seeing who they can bring in, whether it's free agency or the draft, like who falls where, because they don't want to cement JPJ as a center and say, okay, we have to draft a guard. They're going to try to get the best player available to fit either one of those positions.
There's a couple good centers that are going to fall late, 4th, 5th round that are still damn good.
Yeah, I'd say there's probably 4 or 5 centers in this draft that have a good chance of having a long career in the NFL, and that's really nice to have that caveat in the draft.
Yeah.
And it's almost like there's one guy per round almost. I mean, a center is not getting taken in the first round, but like second round on, it seems like there's one good guy per round. At least as far as the mock drafts are going.
Yeah. I'm not excited about the way the mock drafts are laid out right now. I'm not. They're pushing a lot of really good, talented guys back. And some of the guys that are up, it kind of, I don't see. Last year when I did mock drafts, it seemed like the better ones, the more sound ones, were closer to draft day. When you got that, that middle of April, you started to really get a feel for how the alignment, how the rankings were going to be. And also too, you get a bunch of people that go online and automatically trade that first pick, get more picks. Well, that kind of throws that algorithm up, and then before you know it, you're doing a mock draft and you get some trade offer that's like, we'll swap first, we'll give you our second this year to move up to number 1. What? No, that ain't happening. Not in real life, it ain't happening. I mean, it's fun to do those mock drafts, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, I just kind of like to see where the rankings are. And then some of the guys, I rank them a little bit higher. It's like Jackson Dart last year. I had him 25. And and sure enough, that's about where he got taken, was number 2. I think it was number 20, actually, is when the Giants moved up and took him at number 20.
Yeah. I will say, like, you and then like our Discord, like all of us, we were consistently saying he was going to be a late first round pick. Uh, I mean, obviously, you have those people who are like, oh, he's going to go in the 4th round. It's like, okay, you just don't like the guy, whatever. But most of us had him at that late first round, early second round area. So that would be around the 20-22 range to like 36. That's where most of us were having them.
Yeah.
I mean, our Discord does a good job of breaking down film on guys.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Darkside does a really good job.
Yeah, he really gets into the film and the numbers and like tries to figure out positional value and the draft and stuff. And when it's fine to reach for a guy, because is it really a reach when you know that guy, you really need to get him and you can't afford to wait?
I don't let that bug me until the 4th round. I really don't. I mean, stick to your draft board. You build your draft board, and then when the pick starts coming to you, you put your clusters up there and let your cluster speak for itself.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, speaking of your draft board, do we want to bring up what we got backstage?
Move on a little bit. I still want to chop it up a little bit with what's going on. You know, especially like with the Max Crosby stuff. It seems like one day it dies down, the next day it picks back up. One day it dies down, the next day it picks back up. In all honesty, in all fairness to Raider Nation, there's two. I'm on both sides of the fence on this. If we keep him, I'm okay with it. I really am. What's going on, Chewy? If we retain him, I'm okay with that because he could be an integral part of our defense. He has a base relationship with our defense coordinator already. He's our franchise guy that we've had for the last 8 years. You know, so I'm okay with that. But I'm also okay with if it's like, hey, this is what's best for both parties. We need to move on, collect some assets, let him go do his thing, right? And we finish rebuilding. So we're not, you know, we want because ultimately, I mean, I've heard some people say, I don't give a shit. I don't care if they're happy or not. I would rather have a guy be happy and go somewhere where he wants to be to try and do what he wants to do in his career than to be here and be miserable. Yeah, he's going to perform. He's going to play hard, things like that. But he's still going to be, you know, when the whistle blows and the clock strikes 0, is he going to be in the locker room puffing on a cigar, or is he going to be in there pissed off at everybody because they didn't hold up their end of the bargain?
Well, for him, the simple answer, he's going to be pissed off if we lose.
Yeah, so. And you should be.
And he's a week-to-week basis, so he'll be happy like he won the Super Bowl one week, and then the next week he feels like we're the worst team in the NFL. Like that's how he is, and it's awesome that he's like that. And we need more people like that just absolutely hate to lose and want to do everything in their power to win. And which, like, I don't know, it seems like during the games, like our team's just boring because like they don't have any, I don't know, rambunctiousness, like no emotion, like they're a bunch of robots out there. It wasn't until Genty stood up in his normal stance from college and really started running with some attitude, and like those holes started opening up where it looked like we actually had something on offense. And granted, that was short-lived, but we started seeing flashes here and there. And then by the end of the season, it started looking like, okay, maybe we have something. We just need the right coaches. And now here we think we might have the right coaches. Hopefully Kubiak brings some answers and brings a little bit of that passion. And one thing's for sure that we know is Kubiak is in that building nonstop, breaking down film, doing his job. He's there 6 a.m. and he's there all the way till freaking midnight or 2 a.m. grinding that tape, figuring out the rookies that we want to draft and the players we want to keep and what works best for the players that we have on the roster already. Like he's putting in that work. And every time he's in an interview, he's kind of like humdrum. And then as soon as somebody asks him an actual football question, he perks up.
Yeah.
Like, he just wants to talk football. He loves football. And
Yeah, he's not about the
absolutely-
social aspect of it. He's more
Yeah.
about the what's between the lines and what we're doing, what we're doing to get better between the lines, and not so much the social aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that. Like, just you can tell he loves the game. And it's awesome. Hopefully that translates to our players, which I think it will. I mean, especially on the offensive side, because we got a bunch of younger players. I think that's something that they can buy into,
Mm-hmm.
especially off of the rumors that we were hearing about last season, where players were not getting coached up. They weren't getting the help they were needed. They weren't getting the film breakdowns they needed. Telesco was holding film meetings with rookies because they weren't getting coached.
Yeah.
So hopefully our coaching staff now is legit and gets to them, and our players can buy in because of that.
Yeah. I think the staff that we put together, at least on the offensive side of the ball, is has a very good reputation. And I say reputation, but we'll see when, like you said earlier, when the rubber meets the road, whether or not what we did was the right thing. I mean, I anticipate and I expect our offense to be more prolific. I'm not expecting them to be the next coming of the greatest show on turf, but I do expect them to be more prolific and be more consistent and at least keep us in the game and allow our defense to try and do something. And on the flip side, when you talk about complementary football, sometimes when the offense explodes, the defense starts to explode a little bit too. Maybe taking a little bit more risk, maybe running a little bit more stunt, a little more six-man pressures, some seven-man pressures, delayed blitz type thing, to kind of try and sneak out a possession. Try and steal a possession here and there with an interception or a fumble. Because if you look back at last year, those 3 games that we won was because of that. That we were able to actually kind of get some type of turnover. I know the Titans game, that's pretty much the only reason why we won the game is because we got a turnover in the red zone and executed to score a touch, put 7 points on the board. That made a huge difference. So,
we have some breaking news. I mean, it doesn't pertain to our team, but it could possibly with free agency coming up. The Giants have informed linebacker and defensive captain Bobby Okereke that he will be released. He's a 29-year-old linebacker. He was, like it said, team captain. And if I'm not mistaken, the Giants run a 3-4 scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a possible veteran linebacker that we could bring in. So that could be interesting.
There's just going to be a couple more. I know Tremaine Edwards has been allowed permission to seek a trade. I think Devin Lloyd's going to hit the market as well. That's one guy I think would really do well in a 3-4 system for us. Also, what we have in a 3-4, I think Snowden would do really well in a 3-4.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he'll do really well in the 3-4 because when we had him standing up last year, dude, he stood out. Yeah. I mean, it's just like even when he dropped back into coverage, it was like, whoa, he eats up a lot of space. It makes it very difficult to complete footballs around him.
Yeah, Snowden was somebody that Darkside and I talked about on Sunday. It really benefits somebody like Snowden and then possibly Kuntz if we bring Kuntz back. Yeah. Those two guys definitely could play that outside linebacker role / edge rusher.
And I think 3-4 will help Tyree Wilson, put him in the 5 technique.
That's something else that we said too, is putting him over top of that tackle head on allows him to utilize his bull rush a little bit better against those guards that have to reach out to him.
Or even inside shade. Just put him on an inside shade, inside shade on the tackle, and let him because that's all he likes. He likes his power. He likes to just power.
Yeah.
And
Well, another thing that we talked about is putting him on that left side with Max, because Max will play that outside edge rusher, have Tyree over that tackle. You're gonna start opening up a lot of one-on-one opportunities for Max, and when they start over pursuing to try to get over to Max, that's when they hit him with a little stunt move, and Max goes inside and catches him off balance and free range to that quarterback.
Yep.
Eric Weber saying, yes, Snowden showed some range last season. Yeah. He actually dropped back in coverage a few times too. And I mean, it's only a few snaps, so it's hard to get the real picture, but like he didn't look bad. Like he showed he could do it. Also, with how many linebackers we have right now, like we really have to bring in a bunch. So I think more than likely Eichenberg is going to get starting reps to start the season.
Even if we bring in 3 other linebackers, Eichenberg is going to have to step up and fill the role somewhere along the way.
He's definitely going to get a lot more playing time this year.
And Lindenberg too. Lindenberg's going to have to, he was another one of our draft picks that kind of got pushed back and not really coached up and whatnot. So, and I really liked Lindenberg coming out of Minnesota. I thought his athleticism was pretty good. And he showed a lot of coming out of college. I thought he was going to be a really decent, especially I think we got him in the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah. I think it was 6th.
Yeah. Because he had production, and that's one of the things. I don't know if you ever saw Kurt Signetti interviewing him, because I really like players that aren't so much prospects but produce. If you can produce, you can play. Which kind of it's intriguing, because if you look at the formula and how they were successful at Indiana, they went up against teams that were 2-3 times more talented than they were, and it was like, that's winning football right there. It's taken the football guy over the talented guy and lining them up head. I mean, the talented guys they're fun to watch. Don't get me wrong. I like watching them, because they're, they have a lot of they display their athleticism on a regular basis, but sometimes it's just better to have the guy that just has that football savvy.
Yeah. It gives them a little extra like scrappiness, like gives them they're always like those players that have that chip on their shoulder and are going to do that little extra just to put your face in the mud.
Yeah. But I can tell you right now, based on what I've seen so far, this is going to be our draft strategy for the Las Vegas Raiders this year. The first pick obviously is going to be Fernando Mendoza. Mm-hmm. We fix that problem right now. Stop that bleeding right now. Get that taken care of. Second round, I think we're going to either zero in on the front middle of the defensive line, or we're going to take the best linebacker on the board, depending on it's going to be the zero technique guy versus the middle linebacker, or what we envision our future green dot guy to be. And those two, and that's going to be that's where the GM and the coach and the coordinators are going to be, throwing their weight around to try and get the right, get that right one. I truly think that if Caden McDonald or Hunter fall to us at 37, it's going to be one of those two. Because if you have a true zero technique that can eat up guards and centers and just keep them occupied, that frees up your middle linebackers. It makes it so much easier on the middle linebackers. It ain't even funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have an average middle linebacker play really, really well if they've got a stud nose guard right in front of them, eating up, just space eating. That A and B gap you don't even have to worry about the A and B gap. It's covered.
It also allows someone like Jacob Rodriguez to use his ball hawking abilities more freely, because he's not getting chased around by linemen.
Yeah. And if we have to move up at the back end of the second round, because we have enough draft capital at the end of the draft to where we could probably move back into the second round fairly easy and get. And if you have, if it's a for sure, let's say the pick is at, let's say the pick is at 55, 58, somewhere in there, and he's still on the board. Don't be surprised to see Spytek go, we'll give you 67 and our 2 fourth-round picks. Our third and our 2 fourth-round picks give us that second-round pick, and then we'll give you a conditional third-round pick next year. Fuck it. Make it.
You don't think we could do it with a third, a fourth, and like a sixth? It's going to have to be the 2 fourths. Depends how savvy Spytek is.
Okay. It depends on how hot that prospect is at 55 to 58. See what I'm saying? Because it's going to,
Yeah,
it might take a little bit more to jump to keep somebody else from moving up as well to get that guy.
which is also why you're calling multiple teams. You're not just trying to pick one team and trade with them.
Well, it's, what's your offer? We want to come
Yeah.
up to 56. We want to come up to 56. What's your offer? Well, who you taking? Well, you kind of know who we want to take. Do you want him? Well, because you don't need him. We need him. So, what's your offer? We'll give you a third. Let's start off with. We'll give you a third, a fourth, and a sixth. All right, a third and 2 fourths because we got 2 fourths. You want them? Then if they go, well, you start to hear the change in their voice. Well, all right, I'll throw in a 2027 third round pick. Sold. All right, because we can get that third round pick back next year.
Yeah, but that's a bit steep.
Huh?
2/3 and 2 fourths for a second round.
2/3 and 2 fourths for a second round, depending on who it is, though. It's all about if that's your guy and you ain't gonna, because I can tell you right now, I don't think Jacob Rodriguez makes it to 67. I don't think he gets past 55.
No, I think he's going to be around like the 46 to 52 range.
I don't think he gets past 55. I mean, 52 might even be. We might want to be calling it 40. Yeah, you're probably right. We probably want
46-ish.
46-ish, 47-ish in there if we want to come up and get him.
Yeah.
But if not, Bocher from Oregon.
Yeah.
If he, we could probably get him in the third round, maybe fourth. I think he's a 4th round pick. It might be a reach taking him in the third. It's just
Or Aiden Fisher.
Aiden Fisher's he's a lock in the 4th round, and I'll tell you what, that's a football dude right there. Yeah. He might not be. That's Greg Beekert. I'm sorry, that's Greg Beekert. He's a football dude. He's going to come in. He might not be the fastest. He might not be the flashiest, but by golly, he's going to know football, and he's going to make plays from up here more than anything.
Yeah. Did you? I'm going to butcher this because I'm going off of memory, but I believe it was before the national championship. The Miami offense called Oregon, their offensive line room, to get information on Fisher. And they ended up creating a game plan to try to confuse Fisher. And then game time came around, and they're like, yeah, he broke it down instantly. Like all of our dummy calls and everything, like he broke it down.
He already knew.
Yeah.
He already knew. He already knew. So that in and of itself, and it's like, well, you took Fernando Mendoza. Of course, you're going to take all these Indiana guys. You want Surratt, Cooper, trying to recreate what he needs. No. I think Cooper will have a really good career. I don't think it'll be a Hall of Fame career. I think Surratt will have a couple good years.
I think Cooper has a chance of being a Hall of Famer. It depends on the team he goes to.
Yeah.
But I think he's, in my mind, him and Jacoby Lane have the possibility of being the best receivers out of this class.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Lane's whole thing is his mental, like he's a prima donna. total head case already in college.
Yeah.
Cooper, he's got the talent. The problem is he doesn't have the production in college because he was playing the number 2 at Indiana.
Yeah.
But when he did get the ball, he really shined. And it's kind of crazy how he didn't take over that number 1 spot from Surratt.
But there were some games he was the one.
Yeah. Well, there was, what was it? The Penn State game, Surratt was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Decker's first game. Or not.
Yeah,
wasn't his first game, but that's where he got Becker. That's where he got his first catch.
That's when he's really started to come on. And then after that, he was a staple. So then they had a three-headed monster at receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a really solid run game. But that's Indiana.
Yep.
You know, I don't think that could be. I don't think that will recreate in the NFL. That was something that happened at the college level. It was special, but I don't think it could be recreated as far as the totality of it. You know, unless all those guys came back for another year. Even then, I don't think they would run the table next year like they did this year. There was just something about that team, how they gelled together. And it was every aspect from their special teams, their punt return, their kick return, everything was just it was well coached, and they were prepared, and they always had that fight in them, no matter what. So it was fun to watch. I mean, it's a great Cinderella story. Don't get me wrong, great Cinderella story, and I think Cignetti will actually keep Indiana in the forefront going forward. But there's so much other talented players out there as well that we can really hang our hat on. And it's going to come down to the free agency, how we do in free agency and how well we attack it as to what our draft strategy is going to be. So I think right now, based on what I saw at the combine and who they interviewed, I really think they're going to focus on the middle of that defense, the linebacker and the zero technique nose guard. I think Butler could do it on a limited basis, but not an every down type. And I really don't want an every down nose tackle anyways. I want a nose tackle. I want 2 nose tackle. One that's the stud that will cover about 60 to 70% of the snaps on defense, and another guy that can fill in and give them a breather, because those big guys, they can get gassed real quick.
Yeah. I don't remember who I was listening to when they said this. I think it was on your boy Q's radio show, Unnecessary Roughness, and the guest he had on was talking about your nose tackles, and they started talking about Lee Hunter, and they described Lee Hunter as your first and second down guy, and comparing it to kind of like your running backs. How your nose tackle, you kind of rotate those guys in there depending on the down distance and what you're looking at formation wise and all that. So that what you're saying makes a lot of sense. So getting somebody like a Lee Hunter who definitely could take over those first 2 downs, and then putting in somebody like a Butler or a smaller guy like Jonah to pass rush on those third and longs, 3rd and 6s, stuff like that. Like, it definitely makes sense. And we definitely have the D tackle depth to do stuff like that. Well, we don't have that standout player for the front 3 in the 3-4 system. So
I'm curious to see if Jonah will fit into the 5 technique as well. But we know Butler will. Butler will be a 5 technique no matter what. He can play 0, 5, 3, 5. It don't matter. Jonah, I think, is more of a 3 technique. Head up or inside shade of the guard, mostly. He didn't do too bad on double team, but his best bet was lateral on a single man block. Going lateral on a single man block is where he did most of his damage, not head up.
I just don't think he's big enough and strong enough to take on those tackles. No. So, we'll see. I mean, you got to play it out.
And you got Tonka Hemingway and JJ Pegues as
Yeah.
well. So we've already got 2 from last year's draft that need some run and some development, and it kind of puts us in that bind of, okay. And same with Grant and Rogers on the other side of the ball that we drafted last year in the 3rd round. It's like, yeah, what we saw out of Rogers, especially the Texans game, Rogers played very well in that Texans game.
Yeah.
And it's like, if we can get 17 games out of you just like that, we don't need to sign a free agent or draft. He was top-notch performance in that game.
Well, we still kind of do, just because we need to fill in roster spots.
But we don't have
as far as like headhunting for a starter,
it's not a priority. It's not a priority. It could be it'd be more of a luxury to backfill, to find somebody to backfill. And we can make trades too. Because let's face it, there's some teams out there, Minnesota, Buffalo, Philadelphia, that they've got backups that played better than our starters, that were probably better than our starters. So it wouldn't hurt to maybe throw a 6th pick or extra 7th pick at somebody to pick up one of their backups and see if we could develop them into being a starter on our team. Because that happens. That happens. It's a guy's a backup on another team. He comes over, and next thing you know, he's in running for a Pro Bowl position on our team or on another team. It happens. So it's just a matter of that's where your pro player scout, Brian Hunt, if you're listening or watching this show, no pressure, buddy. Get her done.
Well, you want to throw your GM hat on?
Yeah, what time? We've been on for about an hour now. Yeah, we could rock it for a little bit.
Okay. So here we got a website. It is called Stick to the Model. Sticktothemodel.com. It allows you to be a GM. You select a team, gives you the cap space that they have, and allows you to run the preseason. So obviously we're going to select the Raiders here. And in this first screen, it's going to be cap management. So this is where we're going to make our cuts, Jason. Are we making any cuts? And we can go through the...
Can you re-sign and cut as well?
Re-sign and cut?
Well, I was thinking the other day that it's still going to hurt us, but we can prorate Geno Smith's 2026 into a signing bonus to get rid of him this year and see how our 27 and 28 projections are in the cap.
It doesn't show our 27 and 28 cap, but what we can do is this post June 1st designation.
Mm-hmm.
So then that shows you what it would end up doing. So we would have 0 dead money in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would load that 18.5 million into 2027.
Okay, so that's where the 18.5 comes in.
So it's basically, do you want to pay the 18.5 in 2026 or 2027?
I think that's
So
for as much as we need to rebuild that, and the hardest thing about that is this year's free agency isn't as loaded with free agents, but starting to see a lot of people are going to get cut that you go.
Yeah.
Really?
Seems like a lot more people are getting cut this year than the past 2 years.
Yeah. Kind of intriguing, to say the least.
Well, they're trying to do cap space shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
They got players that they're going to have to re-sign or restructure. They got to make cap space somehow.
Yeah. And there's a lot of guys at the top of the draft that have bad cap dynamics.
Yeah.
They're almost at a point where that's the only place we can get players is at the top of the draft. That's it.
I mean, I guess it just depends on how hard you go after people and how much you want to pay them. Now, as far as Geno Smith, I was hearing rumors that the Vikings were possibly interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we do a 7th round pick swap and they take Geno Smith. I mean, in actuality, we'd probably have to eat some of his contract, but we'd be saving more money by doing that. But
I don't think it's about I mean, we're trying to say the fair part about the thing with Geno Smith. The fair part about it is the totality of it. Is his attitude, how he portrays in the culture of our team going forward, along with that money. Because sometimes, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but sometimes people get a divorce, right?
yeah,
They're married and then they get a divorce. And you know why divorces are expensive?
the lawyers.
Because they're worth it. Sometimes they're expensive because they're worth it. It's you just cut your losses.
Well, I'm hoping I never find that out. So
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to.
I have no plans on it and would like to move on from this.
I back you in the corner with that topic.
No, I'm safe. No, as far as Geno Smith, though, if we were to cut him, I would want to get his cap space designation that we have to pay him
Just cut
for
him.
2026. Because
I would take prorate the dead money to 2027.
You want to do that? Okay. All right.
Yeah, because the quarterback we're going to draft isn't going to. He's not going to hurt our capital or our cap for 4 more years.
Well, so my whole thinking on it is why you do it for 2026 is I don't expect us to be a playoff team in 2026. I expect us to find nice free agents that can stick around for more than 2 years. And then obviously we're building through the draft because we got a young roster already. So I think taking that cap hit as early as possible and getting rid of it as soon as you can builds up our possibilities for 2027.
Yeah, but also too, if we take a wild swing and on especially a particular center, and we want to throw a little bit more money at him right now,
and front load his contract.
Because that's what the players want. They want that guaranteed money now.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You are the GM, and that's why we cut him. Now, is there any other players you're possibly looking at cutting? I mean, I can slowly scroll through this. Tell me if I'm going too fast. Personally, I cut Kappa.
Let's switch to this screen right here so it's a little bit more visible.
I can only see the stick to the model screen right now.
That's fine.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Let's see. Palomalo is 4.4. Michael Mayer. Keep going.
Oh, sorry.
You're showing me guys I'm not cutting.
Yeah, well, I'm just showing you the whole roster.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll keep on going until we get to the ones that we stop. Philip Dorsett, he's a goner. We don't need him. I know it's only 1.3, but we don't need him.
Well, it's 0 dead money.
Yeah.
So it don't hurt.
Let's see here. Hold on. Justin Shorter. I might keep Justin Shorter for camp depth right now.
Yeah. This doesn't go through camp. So if you think he's going to be a camp casualty, you might as well just cut him now.
All right. Just cut him now.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and cut Chris Collier too.
I think Alex Ward's the long snapper. That's why he doesn't have a position. Do you need me to run through it again, or because we also have Kappa?
Yeah, we're just gonna. Well, what's his? He's not. I think he's only a $1 million cap hit, right?
Yeah, so he has a $6 million contract. We would save $5 million by cutting him.
Yep. Well, we're cutting him for the sake of cutting him.
Yeah, put a cap in that ass and got him out.
Mm-hmm. And
But,
some of these are true Pete Carroll decisions.
yeah.
Um,
Well, most of them they're already becoming free agents, anyways. Kappa, I think, was a Spy Tech decision, not a Carroll decision. But yeah,
no, it was what was the other guy that we had at tackle that sucked?
he's a free agent.
Stone
Forsyth.
Forsyth, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, he's already gone, so we ain't got to worry about cutting him.
Yeah. All right. So is that all of our cuts?
Yep.
Okay. So now our trades. This just generates the trades that teams possibly could offer. Michael Mayer and Trey Tucker are usually the two hot players from our team that it shows teams want. So this is saying Mayer for 156 pick.
No.
Okay. Out of here. Arizona offering us Michael Wilson. He's a $1.3 million cap hit, and they want our 67th pick for him.
No.
Okay. New Orleans offering an outside linebacker, Carl Granderson. We give them the 102 and the 117, so both of our fourth-round picks.
No.
San Francisco wants Trey Tucker, and they're willing to give us the 127 and the 171.
Yep. Take it.
Take it?
Yep.
Okay. Philadelphia wants Michael Mayer for the 151.
Nope.
Chargers
We don't trade with
offering.
the Chargers at all.
Okay. Out of here. Washington offering us Marshawn Lattimore, $9.4 million cap hit, and they want our third round pick, number 67.
How did he do last year?
Wasn't he hurt part of last year?
Yeah.
Because he's kind of older, isn't he?
Yeah, that's kind of high for him. 67.
Okay. So
I would say a fourth or fifth round pick, but 67 though.
Okay. Well, we can counter.
Yeah, let's counter with a fifth round pick and see what happens.
Okay. So fifth round pick, we got the 174 or the 181.
181.
Okay. So likely to reject. But do you want to submit it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Washington rejected. You want to just give up on it?
Let's see. I don't want to give up 134 either.
So this is saying, like, because it gives points for like the picks, and this is saying the players were 75 points.
Yeah.
So
we'll pass on that trade.
Okay. So close. All right. Do you want to build your own trade? And then also you can trade draft picks and stuff during the draft, so you don't have to worry about doing that yet if you don't want to.
Throw Michael Mayer up there for a second and a fifth. See what happens.
Okay. So add player. Let's go tight end. Michael Mayer. So this says he's worth 47 points. Who do we think needs a tight end? I know Atlanta's going to need one.
No, they just franchise tag Pitts.
Oh, did they? I missed that. Okay. Does Baltimore need one? Because I know Likely was going to be a free agent, and I don't know about Andrews.
They got a lot of money tied up in Andrews too. So
okay. So
and Mayer's going into his fourth year, so he's going to be a free agent after this year. So
yeah. Well, also with Mayer, he can also get the team that he's on at the end of this season a extra draft pick if they don't sign him and another team does.
As a restricted. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's a draft. We could use the draft pick now.
That's true. Which is why he would garner a bigger draft pick now.
Yeah.
Is because you're basically trading him and the other team at least bare minimum gets another draft pick later.
Try Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you said what pick?
The second round pick. What's their second round?
70 pick 41.
All right. So you would offer trade.
Rejected.
No
It
counter.
says counter.
No, did they counter?
No counter. So this is saying that Mayer's worth 48 points.
Mm-hmm.
So we might be able to get a third round pick for him. So that'd be the pick number 72.
All right. Now, can you offer them to everybody? You don't have to pick a team.
I believe I have to pick a team. So let's go build your own. Let's go Michael Mayer. Yeah, I have to select a trade partner. What about Houston? Oh, they have a tight end, don't they?
Yeah.
They have the Cowboys' old tight end.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans.
Try the Giants.
Giants.
Yeah.
Okay. G-Men. And so we're looking at 48 points of value. So possibly get the 105 and like a 2027 pick.
Okay.
This could be, this saying it's too favored for us. Probably looking at, yeah, let's just try a fifth round pick. Offer trade, said rejected, value disparity. So they didn't counter either.
That's fine. Well,
Yeah.
In a real life situation, you fill the calls, you don't make the calls.
Right.
So that's why this is kind of confusing because normally you're not going, hey, this is Las Vegas Raiders. We're looking to trade Michael Mayer. You want him?
Yeah.
That's not how business is done. So
Yeah. No, I get it. So want to just move on to the free agency signings?
Yep.
All right. So we got RFA tenders, Thomas Booker and Meredith. Do you want to sign both of them? They're a $3.5 million cap hit each.
I would sign Booker.
Okay. Meredith?
No.
Okay. So we'll keep Booker. And then, so this is all of our free agents right now. So we got Kuntz, Stokes, Devin White, Kenny Pickett, Tristan McCollum, who's an exclusive rights. So he gets league minimum if we want to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
Bachman.
We're going to re-sign Snowden.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
Caillou Blue Kelly.
Nope.
Okay. Your favorite guy, Forsyth.
Nope.
Daniel Carlson.
That's a tough one because he's been so money for us before. Just he had a bad year last year. He did kick a 56-yarder against Kansas City to win the game at the final game of the season. So
Yeah, and with all the special team issues we have,
I would re-sign him so we don't have to mess with that until
Okay.
we go into, and then we can bring in we could always bring in a UDFA to compete with them. So
So you want to sign him to a 1 year?
yeah, just 1 year,
Okay. How much money are you offering?
2.8.
It'll only let me go down to 3.4.
That's fine.
Okay. He rejected.
Yeah, forget him. He can go.
Okay. See you. Bye. Parham, Lockett, Radigan, Putnam.
Nope.
I don't want Putnam on my team.
Nope.
Edmonds, Lonnie Johnson, Ian Thomas, Jamal Adams, Amir White, Landon Roberts, Raheem Mostert. So we're just keeping Snowden.
Snowden. Let's go ahead and what Kuntz is wanting 15.2.
Yeah. So yeah.
Slide it down. Slide it down as far as it'll go and see if he'll take it.
He probably won't. 8.3
Yeah,
rejected. Just to tell you now, like usually players on this will not accept if you go past like 8% below market value. So the saying like Stokes market value is 17.1 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So we might be able to get him for 15.7 a year.
Yeah. And
But
you know, I mean, we don't have a
as far as corners go, we only have 3 on our roster.
yeah, I would sign Stokes just because of that.
Okay. How many years you want to do?
Give him a 3.
3? Okay. How much you want to pay him?
About let's see. Go back. Go down a little. Go. That should be right. About 16 is fine.
Okay. So he took that. Confirm signing. All right. Now we can do positions. Are we looking at a free agent quarterback?
See what we got.
You can see the names, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to just read every single one because I'll get boring for everyone real quick.
Slow. I think that's it.
I heard people mention Case Keenum because he worked with Kubiak. But if we're bringing Keenum in, like he's not a legit contender to be the starter day one.
Did we cut Geno Smith?
We cut Geno Smith.
All right, scroll back up.
You're regretting it now?
No.
Oh.
Sign Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. 1 year.
1 year.
9.4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Running backs. We looking at a running back free agent?
Yep. Travis Etienne.
Okay. How many years you want to do?
3.
Okay. You go with 3.2.
Mm-hmm.
Are we looking at another running back?
Nope.
Okay. Receiver.
Romeo Dobbs.
Dobbs. What kind of year do you want? Or deal do you want? So this is saying Washington is offering him 22.7 a year for 4 years.
That's wide receiver too money. A little high on the 23-6, but that really will secure. I don't know, man. He's just above. I think he's just above Jacoby Meyer as far as talent goes.
As far as injuries go, he's a lot worse.
Well, he wears that guardian cap, so that helps. All right, let's go. Move off of him. Let's see what else we can do.
Okay.
Jalen Naylor. Right there. I like that.
What's up, 805?
What's going on, 805?
So you want 2 year 15.3?
Yeah, let's not suck it in right now though. Let's see what else we can do.
Okay.
Let's keep that in the back of our head right now. Christian Kirk.
Older veteran.
Yeah, but that's something we kind of need. You know.
Yeah. Kirk's okay. He gets the job done.
Yeah. Now we're getting into
Yeah. These are all
wide receiver threes.
role players.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't say Shaheed. I didn't see Shaheed. Yeah, there's Shaheed.
Everybody's big on getting him. I mean,
I want to get him just because he's a really good returner.
yeah.
And then he
fills two
also
roles. Yeah.
he also pushes.
Well, hold on, we cut
Thornton.
Trey Tucker, right?
We trade, so we can go here. So click it. We traded Trey Tucker to
Yeah,
San Francisco.
sign Rashid.
Rashid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So no upgrade
So this is saying he's going to be around 2 to 3 million.
there.
But somebody was trying to say in our Discord that he's going to be upwards of 15 million.
10 to 15 somewhere in there.
I'm thinking like 6 to 8. Because realistically speaking, he's a returner. And he just provides depth at the receiver position.
Yeah, but he also provides you legitimate scoring threats as well on offense.
But he's also 28.
Okay.
But yeah, how many years do you want to give him?
Give him 2 years.
2 years?
Yep.
You want to just give him a 2.9 because that's the max it'll allow us?
At 2.9? Yeah, hell yeah. Oh.
Okay. So with us trading away Tucker, do we want to try to get another receiver in free agency?
What's our receiver room look like now? Besh, Thornton, Rashid, Jackson.
Chart. So we got Besh, Rashid Shaheed, Dante Thornton, Brendan Rice, Shedrick Jackson.
Okay.
Very, very thin.
Yeah. All right. Now to the offensive line.
Okay. No more receivers. Yep. So we got, I don't know why this is being so jerky now, but
See what we got on Tyler Lindenbaum.
this isn't showing what people are speculating. Like the 21.1 is the max we can offer him on this.
Yeah, in reality, it's going to be a little bit higher than
Yeah, 21.
that. It ain't going to be 30. It ain't going to be 30 million.
No, it'll be in the 20-25 range.
Yeah, I looked at it. You're going to overpay. If you overpay by a couple million, you're looking at 25.
Yeah,
24 to 25. In which, I mean, you got a guy, 2-time Pro Bowl, plays at an elite level. I don't understand why Baltimore. The thing here's the thing that I have. The problem that I have is if the player is so damn good, why is the team that he's playing for willing to move off of him? You see what I'm saying? It just there's something in my gut that tells me it's like, okay, yeah, he's going to be highly sought after. But why is Baltimore just letting him walk?
Well, because if they, what's that, franchise tag him, they have to pay him $30 million.
Okay, well, they've had plenty of time not to franchise tag him too.
But it's possible that Linderbaum's been holding out, and then it's also possible Baltimore is in a really tight spot on their cap space to where they can't really finagle that much.
They absolutely are. Lamar Jackson, I think Lamar Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, his cap hit is like $70 million this year.
Yeah, and he's not going to restructure.
Oh hell no!
He's
all about himself.
He's going to get as much money as he can.
Yeah, he don't care. He don't care about no gold jacket. He don't care about no rings. It's all about the money and the fame.
Yeah. So Tyler Linderbaum, are we going after him?
Yeah, sign him for that right there.
21.1 for 2 years.
Yep.
You don't want to go 4 year?
Yeah, no, yeah. We want an extended contract. We don't want a 2-year bullshit.
Okay. And do we want a front load, back load, even?
Front loading makes him happy.
Okay. So year one cap hit will be 26.2 million. So confirm it?
Yep.
Okay. So just in case you're wondering, we have 65.6 million still.
Okay.
And generally speaking, you want to be at around the $12 million range before the draft.
Yeah, we want to stay. Stay about 18 to 20 is what I want. But actually, I say 18 to 20, but there's a couple guys that are under contract that we have to spend money on as well.
Yeah.
Even though they're under contract.
I have one recommendation, and that's Josh Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rotational guy that can play all 5 spots on the line.
Jack of all trades, those are beneficial to have, man, in your back pocket.
Yeah, and he even started, I think it was 2 games last year for the Seahawks, and he played really well at right tackle.
Yeah.
And
we're getting rid of Kappa, Meredith, and Kappa and Meredith are gone, so.
And Forsyth and Parham.
Right.
Like we have, I can bring up the depth chart if you want. Yeah. So we got Linderbaum. Got to move him to center. But yeah, so sometimes it hides people because if you have 4 people in one thing, the 4th one will be pushed off screen. But yeah, we got Miller and Grant, Glaze, Josh Miles, JPJ, Layden Robinson, Dalton Wagner, Caleb Rogers, Antonio Mafi, and McClendon Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, we only have 5 people, maybe 6 people that can start.
We're going to have to sign us another offensive lineman.
Yeah. You want Josh Jones?
Yep.
Okay. How many years?
Let's give him 3.3.
Yeah, he's cheaper.
How about if we get it closer to 3 and give him a 3-year contract? So say we're looking at 10 million.
Yeah, be a $9 million contract. Yeah.
Yeah, closer to 10. I would probably be closer to 10.
Okay. So that's 9.9.
Yeah.
Front load, flat.
Yeah,
Front loading, just what?
Front loading just gives them money up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it also opens up if you go into the third year, you can renegotiate some of that third year money.
As a signing bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you want a front load?
Yep.
Okay. Make offer.
Those swing contracts like that, it's so much easier to front load them.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat want to chime in on what we should do from here?
Well, I mean, we need a nose tackle. And you said you like multiple. So having a vet and drafting one could be really good.
Well, yeah, and it keeps us from having to draft two.
Yeah.
So.
Are we looking at any more O linemen?
No, because there's going to be some cuts this week.
Okay.
There's going to be some cuts. I know Sean Ryan was the one that I was kind of eyeing. He's hit. Sometimes he plays really good, and then sometimes it's like, dude. And he wants what, 11 million per?
Yeah.
See, I'd almost be willing to take him.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Well, if we signed him to an $11 million a year contract, he'd probably be starting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do we want him?
What do you
Because
think?
realistically speaking, we got Rodgers and JPJ starting at guard now.
And we just signed Josh Jones.
Yeah, who could push for a starting spot at guard, either guard or right tackle.
Ryan is a true guard. Yeah, I think we're good. This will get us to the draft.
Okay. So we got edge rushers. We only re-signed Snowden. So edge-wise, we only have Crosby and Snowden.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Okay. So we got, Bosa, Hendrickson, Mack.
Clavion Chase on.
It's kind of crazy the Patriots aren't signing him.
The way he played last year.
Yeah. Well, even with us, he played well.
Mm-hmm.
You want him?
At 12 per year?
Yeah.
Give him a 3-year contract.
Okay. You want to keep front loading everything?
Yep.
Okay. Do we want another edge rusher?
Ooh.
Or are we going to look in the draft possibly?
Ooh. You scrolled too far. Go back.
Want Cleveland Farrell?
No. Away from the Chargers. Let's see what he wants.
13.9.
Oh, that's too much money invested in edge rushers. We're good at edge rushers, I think. We can draft one, and we can draft one too.
Okay. D-line.
Defensive lineman.
Here's the thing where I don't know who's an actual nose tackle or not. Like Logan Hall, I know he's more of a 4-3 D tackle.
Uh-huh.
so he wouldn't really fit that role. But Andrew Billings is a true nose tackle.
Yeah, I like him too.
He's 31, but he could probably play for a few more years anyways.
Here's the kicker. I really, truly think we're going for a nose tackle at the top of the draft.
Okay.
In the first 4 rounds.
So Billings wouldn't be bad to have as a veteran presence and to rotate.
Exactly. So
I
don't know if you remember early 2000s, man, that we were struggling at nose tackle, and then we went and got Sam Adams, and it made a huge difference.
So he's looking around 4.9 mil.
1 year fully guaranteed.
Okay. Well, everything on this is fully guaranteed.
Okay.
But yeah. We looking at anything else? I mean, because our D tackle room is actually pretty heavy.
Yeah, as far as numbers, we got a lot of quantity, not a whole lot of quality. But we have the greatest defensive tackle in the NFL, and that is Adam Butler, by far.
Sure.
I like Adam Butler, man. I don't care who you are. That dude is.
Well, it's one thing to like him. It's another thing to think he's a great D tackle.
I don't think he's the greatest in the NFL right now, but he sure damn is rock solid.
All right, now we're at linebackers.
Devin Lloyd. Ooh. How are we doing?
He's probably going to be pushing more of like the 12 to 14 range. In actuality,
give him a 3-year, 13.5. See what that does.
All right, front load again.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so that'll be 17 million year one.
Yeah.
Taking it.
Yep.
Any other linebackers?
Alex Anzalone.
Leo Chanel's a true outside linebacker.
Yeah.
But he can also play inside too on like the nickel packages.
But we just signed an edge rusher too.
Outside linebacker, I said. Well, because 3-4. Outside linebackers rush, but they also cover too.
EJ Speed. Should we sign Jermaine Pratt?
That'd be kind of funny.
A hell to the no. I don't mind.
What?
Kenneth Murray. All right, go back up to EJ Speed.
EJ Speed.
So this is what I like about him. He's actually he's got a really good knack for finding the ball and getting loose balls, creating turnovers. I'm not quite sure on his overall statistics as far as tackling and run stuffing, but when it comes to the passing game, he's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So if we sign him, that puts us right at the minimum with
Yeah, and that also leaves us with a DB group that's very shallow.
Oh, shit. We haven't even addressed that yet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's skip that. Let's go to the cornerback. We got to.
Yeah. Because we got. Do we want to use the exclusive rights on Kelly and McCollum? Because right now I think we are at 3 cornerbacks. Yeah, we got Porter, Chigozie, Stokes, and Richardson, and then we got Greedy Vance as nickel.
I think we're going to draft a nickel too. Okay, go ahead and pull that down.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Tariq Woolen. Here's the thing with Tariq, super talented guy, but he does lose leverage, so to speak, top end of routes. He makes up for it with his length. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes he misses. So, and he's got a little bit of an attitude issue.
Yeah. What's your opinion on Flott? Because this is showing he's asking for 12 a year.
Yeah.
And he's 25. And
He's
Greg
young.
Newsome's 26, also asking that 12 million range.
What else we got?
Melifonwu. No people are high on Josh Jobe.
Yeah, I know. Rasul Douglas, that would be classic, wouldn't it? Or Rocky. Look at all these former Raiders popping up.
Well, Rocky Sin was only with us one season.
It doesn't matter. He was in our building.
Jack Jones.
Another one.
And these are all exclusive. Rochelle.
Ooh. Trayvon Diggs, nope. Darius Slay, nope.
For the league minimum. These are all like depth guys.
Yeah, go back up to the top. Just scroll fast. Oh.
Who?
Yeah, let's go Cordell Flat.
Okay. 12 mil.
Yeah.
We won't be able to front load it because that'll put us at 15 in year one, which would push us down to 9 mil in the cap space available.
We'll probably have to go backside.
Well, we can do flat. That'll put us at 12.
Yeah. We're still going to cut a couple people too.
How many years you want? 5 because he's 25 or 3?
3 is fine.
Okay. Confirm. Oh, we got to cut someone.
Yeah.
I don't know how we cut. Probably have to go back to the cap management. Yeah, I think we'll have to go back to the cap management, but I don't know if they'll undo all of our signings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea who we'd cut for flop?
Give me the depth chart real quick.
So this is the offensive side. Yeah. Just tell me if you want to look at the defense.
Yeah, go to the defensive side. I'd cut Broderick Martin.
Roderick Martin. Okay. So we'll go to cap management and see if. Let's see, I can search, I believe. D-line. Broderick Martin. Goodbye. All right. Now back at free agency, we're at cornerbacks, Flott, 12 mil, 3-year. And that leaves us at 13.6 for the draft.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let's start her up. So we're trading back the first pick, right?
Yeah, we're trading back to number 17.
All right. Fernando Mendoza, easy pick, sign it. All right. Four Ohio State guys in the top 10. Kind of crazy. Also, let me know if you want me to pause for any trade ups or anything.
Dylan Thiemann.
You getting Thiemann?
Shit.
So we got Thiemann, Hunter, Cisse, Cooper, Christian Miller, Anthony Hill, R. Mason Thompson.
You're going too far back.
Yeah, I was showing you.
It's those top two right there is
Well, we don't have a true free safety around the roster right now.
no, we don't.
And Beineman fills that role.
And he's fast. And he's a football junkie too.
Yeah.
Let's take him.
Beineman?
Mhm.
Okay. Are we going to want to pause for a trade up?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we going to want to trade to?
We want to go. Let's see if we can get up to 48.
48. So that's Atlanta. So we want to trade with Atlanta 48. And you have any idea what we want to trade away?
Let's give him. Let's go third and a fifth.
So that is not enough.
All right. A third and a fourth. We have an extra fourth. That one right there. Yeah, 117.
Okay. So it's still saying we're 20 points short. So it'd probably have to be 2/4.
That's what I was saying earlier. Is like,
Yeah. So this is saying fair offer, so they'd probably accept it.
I think we can. I think the one player we can get at that position will offset losing 2 fourth-round picks. I'll be quite honest with you, because it's about quality, not quantity, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So at this position, I have a feeling I know who you want. And that's Rodriguez.
Are you sure?
It's just a feeling. But
What about
there's
Gold Day?
D'Angelo Pons.
What about Gold Day?
I like Golday.
I do too.
You want Golday? Outside
No,
linebacker?
I want Rodriguez.
Okay. So again, yeah, I had a feeling.
Yep.
So Rodriguez we're taking. If you see a name on the right-hand side that you really like, we can pause. And there goes nose
Logan
tackle.
Jones.
Okay. Easy.
Oh shit! We signed it. Why did we take Logan Jones? We signed Linderbaum. Fuck.
Because you're the GM.
Fuck. Pay attention.
There we go. Okay. So, do we want Logan Jones?
No.
Okay.
Let's see what we got for wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
I see Skylar Balls there. Brandon Thompson. Let's go Brandon Thompson.
Okay. You want to look at any positions?
Let's see if we could trade back a couple spots, pick up some extra picks.
Okay. Dallas offered us the 150 and the 177 for our 134.
Take it.
Okay.
It's better than the other one.
Yeah.
There's Bryce Bocher way down there.
Yep.
I like Emil Wagner. I don't know if he'll. I don't. He's a developmental guy.
Well, that's okay because we got Miller, we got Josh Jones.
Yeah.
Like we have some guys that we can afford him to.
Let's get Bowery, Boston College.
Bowery.
Yep.
There's a receiver.
CJ Daniels.
No, Eric Rivers. Returner and a speedster.
But we signed Rashid Shaheed, though.
Yeah, that's fine. We signed Shaheed to a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
And Fisher.
Yeah, let's get him.
Tall, lanky receiver, Bryce Lance. Kamara, edge rusher, who blade of grass hurts him every other play.
We're light at cornerback. Let's go TJ Hall.
Okay.
What picks we got left?
177, 181, 184, and 220.
All right. Let's go. Any running backs out there?
Running backs.
Ooh, Keelan Black is still there.
Yeah, he's going to be down there.
Noah Whittington. That's crazy. All right. I got to take Keelan Black. 3 Indiana players. I didn't want to do that, but because it sounds like you're being a homer.
Yeah.
What quarterbacks are on the board?
Another running back, Taylor Green.
Hey, let's take Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No.
Okay.
I don't want him anywhere near our team.
Ever since the season ended, he's looked worse and worse.
Oh, and his mouth just keeps running and running.
There we go. The next Taysom Hill, Haynes King.
Yeah. See, I don't want to draft a quarterback to try and convert him either. I think that
Yeah, but it's the 5th, 6th round or 6th round. So,
that's what we did last year. We lost both of those guys.
well, that was because coaching staff was terrible.
Yeah. Go back to all. See what our best. Let's go best player available. Not
Tight end.
Nah, we got enough tight ends.
So there's two DBs, receiver, edge rusher, two offensive tackles. Markel Bell will not make the team if we draft him. He's got worse concrete feet than Glaze.
Yeah.
Tristan Lay is very athletic tackle, but he needs a lot of coaching.
Yeah.
I like Max. He probably won't play that edge as much. He'd probably be that 5 technique because I believe he's like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 258. So he'd play that 5 technique.
Yeah.
And he's an Iowa guy, so you know he's coached well.
Yep.
Can I make one recommendation?
Yeah.
If he's still here, he should be. Noah Kowski from Indiana, because he'll be that guy that can play tight end. He can play wide out.
Fullback. That's Marcel Reese right there.
Yeah.
That's
Noah
Marcel
Kowski's
Reese.
Probably one of my favorite guys on this draft.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's still there.
Well, he'd probably be there at the 220 for us in this. But in real life, I think he's going to go 5th, 6th round.
Yeah. All right, hit search players.
Search players.
Jacob De Jesus.
He'd be a receiver, no?
Yeah.
And he's Cal.
Just type in DE space Jesus.
It says nothing matches.
Wow.
All right, let me get rid of the receiver tag and try it. Nope.
Wow. He's not even listed.
Probably not.
Yeah. It sucks.
Well, did he declare?
I thought he did. But here's a but. He might have got an extra year because of his postgraduate.
Okay.
Because he got his degree at UNLV. And he was a COVID. He lost 2 years on COVID.
Oh. Well, yeah, so he might get another year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Want to go for a small school guy? Wisniewski for the name.
Oh, yeah.
Safety.
He's actually pretty good, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Want to take him?
Yeah, he's a little slow, but I think he only ran like a 4.6 or 4.7. That's pretty much it, boys.
Yeah. Did you have fun doing this?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a long, drawn out process.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Eh,
Probably not the best thing for a YouTube video, but
No.
kind of, I like it just because it kind of makes you think about the cap space while you're making moves. Because some people are just like, oh, we need to sign that guy, sign this guy, sign that guy. Like, okay, but we don't have the money to do all that.
We only have one pick in the first round.
Yeah.
That's why we trade the first pick.
But yeah. All right. Well, we'll get rid of this.
And we're back on screen.
Yep. Well, Jason, think we should start wrapping it up?
Yeah. Well, I got 2 people watching us. Salute to the 2 people that are watching us. We appreciate it.
Probably put him to sleep.
Yeah, that's one of the things that with the doing the mock drafts live is you want to do a fast one, and you want to integrate the chat as soon as possible. Let the chat make picks type thing.
Yeah.
So that GM one is really cool because it kind of gives you an overall perspective of what's going on with the total off season. But most people like Jeff likes those quick. But last year he did one. He ended up with 30 something picks because he kept trading back.
And they're all
And
5th,
it's like-
6th, and 7th rounders.
Yeah, it's like he had 31 picks in the 5th round. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like
Too bad the majority of those guys can't even make the roster.
quantity does not equal quality.
Well, if you throw 36 dice, you're going to get 6s out of some of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, speaking on our team, I think we are definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
Definitely set the foundation with our front office and our GM. Like, Spytek's had a game plan, and it seems like he's sticking to it, and he's okay with taking the long, drawn-out process as long as it's done right. But hopefully for his sake, he doesn't take too long because we know Raider Nation's impatient with all the losing seasons we have. We're really quick to turn on people.
We're turning on each other now.
Yeah.
That's the sad
just,
part. We're turning.
It's getting bad.
Starting to turn on each other.
Yeah. And it's really crazy because, like, this whole Max Crosby thing is you got fans fighting each other on whether we should trade Max or not. It's like,
and fighting over the
ridiculous.
Fernando Mendoza thing, too. It's like,
Mendoza's whatever. Like, he's not a Raider yet, even though he will be. But Max is a Raider.
Yeah.
Why are you going to fight for or against him, like, being a Raider?
he will always be a Raider.
Yeah.
He's earned it. He's vested in he's vested in the nation. So that's never going to change.
It's
Derek
just one of
Carr is a
those things.
Raider.
It's just one of those things. Like, I'm sick of hearing it, so like I just stopped paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Where you got fans straight up saying, "Oh, just trade Max because I'm tired of hearing rumors." Like, why are you going to trade a player just because rumors? That's just terrible. Like, yeah,
There's got to be a purpose. Anytime you make a decision like that, there has to be a purpose and a plan, right? And it's the same thing that I say with trading back with the first pick. Okay, I'm not opposed to it if there is a plan. But if that plan is we're going to carry Geno Smith into the next year as our starting quarterback, you just saw what he got us the first pick this year. So do we want to go through another season of that?
Well, if we want to get the receiver from Ohio State, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So, but we didn't take a quarterback this year.
No, we take Mendoza, and then we start Geno, our tank commander, so that way we can get Mendoza's future 10-year starting partner at receiver.
Yeah.
God, that would be awful. I don't think us Raider fans could handle that.
Another year of Geno.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with the attitude. You just look at his attitude on the sideline after 3 and out when he goes to the sideline. It's pathetic. That's why I don't like Shador.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm going to be honest with you. I think Shador Sanders has all the athletic ability and the arm talent to be a great quarterback in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. But I am not going to put up with his antics on the sideline and how he treats people and how he proclaims his greatness versus showing his greatness. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he literally said on Kay Adams' show, he literally said, I put the NFL on notice and I'm going to be dominant in the league. How did you do that? Because we have a nice set of tape on you in the NFL, and I was not impressed at all.
You talking about Pro Bowler Shador Sanders?
Yeah. Yeah.
The garbage.
Nah. Tells you what the Pro Bowl is about. They've run the Pro Bowl. Making Pro Bowl doesn't mean anything anymore.
But no, as far as Geno Smith is concerned, he was given the leadership role. And
he didn't learn it.
He lost it. Like, people stopped listening to him.
Yep.
And people straight up were avoiding him. And you saw it on the sidelines. He had a whole bench to himself where he's moping and complaining and crying and whining. And it's like.
And then if the trainers come over because he had like an injury or a possible injury, he'd ignore them, walk away.
Yeah.
He would do that with his quarterback coach. His quarterback coach would sit next to him on the bench with the iPad to go over stuff, and he would totally ignore him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm thinking that comes from being entitled this whole time because his dad's coached him every step of the way. You know, from little league all the way up. So but like I said, from an arm talent, don't get me wrong, he can make the throws and things like that. But there's more to it than that. And people just don't get that, you know? And it's like all these negatives about, well, with Fernando. And I'm tired of listening because the part that's getting Fernando drafted you're probably it's not even on tape unless you watch the actual game. Watch how he starts the huddle, commands the huddle, and gets the team ready.
Yeah.
He's on top of it. He's ready every play. You know, does he have, and he's already admitted, I need to work on my pocket discipline. He's got bad pocket discipline. He needs to get rid of that drift. I don't like the drift when he starts to drift. When the blitz is coming, he drifts, and that takes velocity off you're adding 3 to 4 yards on your throw when you don't have to.
But what rookie quarterback doesn't have stuff that they need to work on? Every single NFL quarterback ever to exist their rookie year had stuff that needed to work on.
What Raider Nation wants is Jaden Daniels. Well, unfortunately, you can thank Antonio Pierce for us not getting Jaden Daniels.
That's fine. I love Brock Bowers. I mean, I got his jersey right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, got the best tight end in the NFL.
But we can't keep going next year. Next year we'll get a quarterback. Next year we'll get a quarterback. No,
because they'll never come.
It'll never come. And
we'll keep kicking that can down the road, and it'll never be there.
This kid has everything that you want to build a franchise quarterback. Is he an elite talent? He's elite in some categories, I think. Is he generational? No. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Generational talent is one of those guys that comes out of college, that steps onto the pro football, and their play transcends that portion of the generation. So each generation is going to have what's called a generational talent, right? Is he generational talent? No. Could he become generationally talented? Could he transcend the generation and his type of play and change things? It's yet to be seen, right? Because if he goes about his business the way I think he's going to go about his business, it's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be flashy, but it's going to win freaking ball games, and that's
what
all
Tom Brady did.
That's all I care about.
That's exactly what Tom Brady did.
Is it, well, he's a game manager, not a game changer. Well,
Well, so is Peyton Manning.
he's a game closer. If he manages the game for 3 quarters and then closes it in the 4th quarter, sign me up. I'll take him.
He's the most efficient red zone quarterback I've seen in a long time.
34-0, 34 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the red zone, and that's at 2 different schools.
Yeah, and 2 different systems.
Yep. And if you ever get a chance, Duncan, go back and start pulling other people's scouting reports. Josh Allen, Josh Burrow, or Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Pull all those and read them, and you will see the same strengths and weaknesses in his scouting report as you will with Fernando Mendoza.
What do you think of Mel Kiper comparing him to Peyton Manning?
No. And I'll tell, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not player comping anymore. I heard that crap last year with Genty, and it's like I got to the point where it's like, why can't Genty just be Genty?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Why can't you got a player? When you player comp, you fantasize. Okay, you start to fantasize, and that gets you in a lot of trouble when you fantasize because it's not going to come out the same way. I mean, I hear this. Oh, he's Matt Ryan. He's Jared Goff. Well, what if he's the 2 of them combined? Are you gonna be pissed off we drafted him number 1? I ain't.
no. Even if we got one of them.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd be happy with a Matt Ryan right now.
Don't you guys want to be relevant? Don't you guys want to be in that winning category, have more W's and L's on the board?
They want to become the new Steelers. They want a stacked up team with no quarterback and always lose first round of playoffs.
Yep. And that's what's going to happen. You go 8-9, 9-8 every year in, year out. You're never going to get that franchise quarterback unless you just luckily stumble on the 13th pick. You stumble on some guy at number 13 that turns out he wasn't projected to be a franchise quarterback, but he turned out to be a franchise quarterback. And that happens. But how often does that happen? Your best bet is when you're in a position to get a franchise quarterback that you believe is a franchise quarterback, you take him.
Yeah. Hey, last year's draft, did the Steelers pick after the Giants quarterback was taken?
I can't remember.
Well, because they lost first round of playoffs, right? So they're probably picking before 20.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
Be interesting what would have happened if the Steelers ended up drafting oh geez. Why can I not remember names when I need to? But you know what I'm talking about, right? Current Giants quarterback.
Oh, Jackson Dart.
Yeah, Dart.
I like Jackson Dart, but he's got to learn to play a little bit more within the confines of the NFL. I'm not trying to play it the same way he did in college. Otherwise, he's not going to have a very long career.
So Steelers did pick before the Giants traded up. So Dart was taken at 25. The Steelers were at 21.
Yeah. They weren't sold on Jackson Dart. A lot of people weren't in the first round.
Yeah, but
and a lot of people were holding their breath that he'd be there in the second round. And the Giants were like, you know what? We're not waiting until the second round. We're at the top of the second round, so we're just going to move up a few spots and get him, and so be it.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's the Steelers' issue is quarterback, constantly quarterback. Mm-hmm. Like, they have a very, very good defense / great defense.
But you know what the Steelers have done that we haven't? They've actually tried to get a franchise quarterback by drafting one. Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, they tried.
Yeah.
We haven't tried. Now we're in a position it's kind of like, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation that we're in. Really,
Yeah.
it is. In all honesty, it really is. And
you don't take the quarterback, you're an idiot for not taking a quarterback. You do take the quarterback and ruin them, you're a terrible franchise like the Jets.
But the outcome is going to present itself. I mean, it's if you take him and he turns out to be a mediocre to a bust, then you're stupid for taking him. But if you don't take him and he turns around and becomes an elite all-pro caliber quarterback by year 3, then it's like, okay, you screwed up. And that's when you're going to know, I mean, look, we took Fabian Washington instead of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. No, I think Mendoza's the guy because he's got that kind of like it factor that Baker Mayfield has, that grit, that gamerism. But he's also a little bit more talented than Baker too.
In the pocket.
Yeah.
And he's bigger. So
I think Mendoza is the guy, and we'd be dumb not to take him.
Mm-hmm.
As far as who else we'd bring in at quarterback to challenge that spot, I'm completely fine with it being AOC. Like, I don't think we need to waste money on a veteran quarterback that might give us 6 to 8 games.
I just don't. The thing with AOC is I don't want to put him in a position to where he's going to get hurt in the first 3 or 4 games, and then we're forced to play Fernando. When I don't want to force the kid into the game. I want him to kind of organically develop and come in as a starter. Which even if let's say in the preseason, off-season, preseason, he comes in and he is just obviously the number 1 quarterback on the depth chart, right? As the number 1 pick. I would still hold reserve for him and allow, if Aiden can establish the offense and produce somewhat with the offense and let everything kind of start building up, and then fold Fernando in, bring him in and let him start to do his thing. But I'm not bringing Fernando off the bench in the middle of the game unless Aiden goes down with an injury, obviously. But I'm not doing this. Okay, well, we got the number 1 pick. It's week 3. We're playing New Orleans week 3. And, well, we'll go ahead and put a package together for him so we can play. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You let the kid start. Let the ball get teed up. Let the whistle get blown. The coin toss flipped, and let him be a part of that. Let him, from the coin toss to the first snap on offense, let him be in control, because that's where he's going to thrive. He's not. In basketball, you have the 6. You have these guys that are the 6th man that can come off the bench and really they do better coming off the bench than they do starting. That's not him. He's not coming off the bench and being your savior.
Yeah.
He's got to start from the coin flip. So, but that's all for me. 2 hours and 20 minutes. And we haven't had, it's been over an hour since anybody chatted anything. Up to 4 people. I know there's 4 people watching. We salute you guys. Please subscribe, hit likes for us. The likes help, believe it or not. The thumbs up make a big difference on how much this channel will grow. We're looking to get more fans on here because we actually developed this show to be more about the fandom than it is the chalk talk, so to speak, in the off season. When the season starts to roll around, then we'll be more chalk talk than we will a fandom. But there's so much content creators out there that we kind of want to mix it up just a little bit and keep the fans involved and talk about fandom so much and just kind of keep the brotherhood going.
Yep.
That's the most important thing. So, anything else from you, Duncan?
No, just Raider Nation, stay strong, stay together, help each other out, and keep supporting the Raiders.
You got the red button.
Yeah. Salute.
Cold open, counted out. Yeah, we heard the talk. Cold nights and long losses, still we walk. Scoreboard hurt, but the heart stayed real. Still wear the black, still flash the shield. From Oakland roots to Vegas dust, pain in the season, but we still trust. They say it's over, I say move on, but Raider pride don't ever gone. Show me your shield, hold it high, don't bend. Show me your shield, ride it out to the end. Win or lose, yeah, we still reveal Raider Nation. Show me your shield.